What's up, people? Welcome back. Thanks again for joining me as always. Today, we're going to be talking about passion projects. Now, I feel I could talk about this all day, and it's something that I feel for any beginner DP, director, filmmaker, whatever, passion projects are one of the most important things you could do. Now, my 2020 cinematography reel consists of about 80% passion projects, lighting tests, at-home practices. 20% are paid gigs. Now, I'm an amateur DP and amateur filmmaker, and still, most of the work that I do for my production company or being a freelance DP isn't the most visually exciting or creative fulfilling. So that really doesn't allow me to put those clips inside of my reel or share those clips, because it's not something that I want to be known for, and it's not something that I want to be getting jobs for in a year from now or 2 years from now. So how do you start getting the work revolving around really what you want to be doing and what you want to be shooting? And honestly, my answer is to create the work. Now, considering that I am still an amateur DP and filmmaker, I have been getting cooler opportunities here and there every so often, and I firmly believe that it's due to the fact that I continually share my lighting practices, my at-home cinematography practices, my passion projects, my mini documentaries, whatever they are. I really do believe that those are the reasons why that I'm starting to get more opportunity here and here. And it's not because of the small corporate work that I've been doing. Passion projects are really where you're going to find your voice. Today's video is just going to be a brief discussion on the benefits and what passion projects teach me every time I go out and shoot. First thing passion projects teach me is that it gets me off my ass and it makes me work. I know that sounds blunt and harsh, but the reality is a lot of the times I can catch myself sitting on a chair, on my phone, on the couch, watching TV, doing nothing. Whereas if I have a passion for a new story or something that I really want to tell, I get my ass up, I work, I write treatments, mood boards, scripts, and interview questions, and I discuss things with the subject. There's all different things that go into passion project that make you have to work. And you can't just sit around, because at the end of the day, if you want to create something well worth it, you're gonna have to put in the time and put in the effort. So the second thing that passion projects teach me is that it will put me in my place, and that's a good thing. Occasionally on these passion projects, I try to be overambitious. I try to come up with the most elaborate story or the most elaborate shot, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's not the best thing for the story, or I just can't physically do that shot right now. And to be honest, sometimes it does hurt because it's something I envisioned and something that I really thought would make it. But at the end of the day, filmmaking will really put you in your place, and it'll tell you, hey, slow down, open up a little bit, see what is really necessary. Do you actually need this? And a lot of the times, through further discussion and further investigating, you really don't need that crazy shot, or you don't really need to go with that crazy story that you wanted to go with. Sometimes simplicity is better. So the third thing passion projects teach me is how to become a producer. Now, I don't want to be a producer. I don't really have any aspirations to become a producer, but some things that passion projects do help me with are the logistic aspects. So some aspects of producing that I feel like I learn every time I'm on a passion project are location. Whether that means I have to pay for a location or I have to find a location. That's something that passion projects really help me kind of learn and engage with. The other thing is scheduling. A lot of the times you have to schedule with multiple people, one person or two people, whoever the talent is, plus your crew. Whether it's small or big, you have to schedule with multiple people. So having a set schedule throughout your day for your filming is super important for your crew and the talent. So ensuring that you're shooting when you're supposed to be shooting, eating when you're supposed to be eating, taking a break when you have to be, and making sure that your time is allotted properly, and you know that throughout the day you're going to be getting exactly what you need. So the fourth reason I love passion projects is because it continually helps me improve my storytelling. From one project to the next, you should always be taking notes and reflecting on what happened on that shoot. Whether you had an amazing shoot, an okay shoot, or a not so great shoot, take a step back, reflect on each of those different aspects, and think to yourself or talk to yourself and say, I did this so well. What did I do in order to make that go so well? This just went okay. What went well to make it okay, and what went wrong to not make it great? This went really bad. This is not what I was hoping for. What went wrong in the process of leading up to that shoot that made it go so wrong? What could you have done better? Reflect on all of these things, yet Sometimes they won't benefit you for that current project, but for the next one, you'll have all of those tools so you could prepare yourself better. So you'll have more of those amazing shoots and less of those okay and not so great shoots. Also, a lot of the reflecting from me comes in the edit. A lot of the times I'll be editing the project and think to myself, well, why didn't I get that one shot? I should have asked that interview question. I should have dug a little bit deeper there. Why didn't I get a second angle here? I should have done slow motion here. Whatever it is, that's gonna happen on every single shoot. You're always gonna wish you did something extra. The key to that is reflect, write down things, make notes of things that you did right, make note of things you did wrong, make note of things that you could have done better. So the next shoot, you have a better understanding of what you need, and you'll have a better understanding on how to prepare yourself for success. The fifth reason why I love passion projects, especially mini documentaries, something that I do on an occasional basis, is that it helps me improve my people skills. Now, being a DP, you don't normally interact with the talent as much as the director, but when you create a passion project, you're the director, you're the DP, you're the producer, whatever you are, you have to be in full control and full communication with the talent and the crew. Now, directing the talent is a whole different ballgame, and that's something that, to be honest, I'm not great at. It's something that I'm learning, but doing these projects will continually help with your directing skills, talking to talent and telling them what to do, the emotion that you need from them, whatever it needs to be, you'll continually be learning and getting better at that. Also, you'll be getting better at just talking to a person as a human, having a conversation, trying to get a natural story out of the person without making it sound forced and making that person feel comfortable with you. Because a lot of the times, these passion projects, I'm picking stories where people aren't in front of the camera very often. And the first time that they see the camera in front of them for the interview, they kind of get nervous. So one thing I've learned for these passion projects is that I like to schedule a meeting or two before the shoot and just talk to the person, have a conversation. Because by the time we get to that camera, we'll have 2 or 3 days. If I've never met the person, we'll have a couple days prior where we kind of know each other, we know the vibe between us, and we'll be a lot more comfortable. So when I sit behind the camera, they sit in front of the camera, they'll feel a lot more comfortable with me being there, and it's more of a trust thing. They'll trust me with telling their story properly. So the sixth thing that passion projects teach me, now going back to the producing aspect, is how cognizant I have to be on time. Now again, going back to the fact that scheduling your day is so important, it's extremely true on passion projects. Most of the time, the people that you bring on as crew and talent, no one's getting paid. I'm not getting paid, no one's getting paid. They're doing it for the pure passion of filmmaking. They're there for the support and the story. So you need to make sure that you're prepared, your pre-production is solid, your schedule is solid, everything is perfectly aligned. And granted, there will be hiccups here and there, but as long as you have a set structure and you have a strong plan, those little hiccups shouldn't be a problem when you have backup plans and a set schedule ahead of time. The seventh reason why I love passion projects and what it also teaches me is to experiment, be free and be creative, especially with the cinematography. Now that's something that I am extremely passionate about. So I always try to up my game every single passion project, every single lighting practice, every single cinematography practice at home, whatever it is, I'm always trying to improve my game. The benefits of doing all of these practices and passion projects is for that one day that I get that make or break job and they reach out to me and ask me to DP this high-end commercial or whatever it is, I'll have so much practice and technical knowledge behind me where I'll feel so much more confident in myself and my abilities and be able to direct a crew better because I know exactly what I want. That is really the key to passion projects, is experimenting, failing, trying again, succeeding, trying something else, failing, trying it again and failing again, but also trying that again and succeeding. The main focus is when you fail, when you're experimenting, keep going, fail again, and then succeed, fail again, succeed, fail, fail, succeed. It's an ongoing cycle, and that'll always improve your skills, that'll improve you as a human being, improve you as a cinematographer, a director. Improving your craft is not easy. There's a lot of failures. Don't take those successes for granted. Enjoy the great shot that you got. But look at it again and reflect and see what you did properly. What led up to that shot that made it so perfect? So the last thing that I want to mention about passion projects, especially as a DP, is on commercials and narrative. As a DP, you're visually the one in charge. 9 times out of 10, you're not really discussing much with the actor. That's the director's job. So for me, it's kind of selfish, but I want to create passion projects because I want to be able to tell stories my way. Sometimes as a DP, you're not the one that's telling the story. You're the one that's just aiding the director in the visual aspect of their story and what they want to tell. I never want to leave that part of me at all. So that's why I do these passion projects, and that's why I do these mini documentaries and these storytelling pieces, because there's always going to be a part of me that wants to tell a story my way. There's always going to be a part of me that wants to be at the birth of a project and also be at the end of the project. Coming up with an idea, talking with the talent and hearing their thoughts and hearing their story, pre-production, coming up with mood boards and treatments and interview questions, hiring crews, setting up lighting, microphones, audio, I want to be a part of all of that. The whole process of filmmaking is something that really is inspiring to me, and it's something that I never want to let go. And especially as a DP, that's one hard thing that I'm gonna have to let go with eventually, is not being fully in charge of the story. And that's where the passion projects alleviate some of that stress. It allows me to create that story my way. It allows me to create my vision and just be a full filmmaker. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you found this to be valuable. Hopefully you got some tips out of this. I know I was harsh at sometimes, but sometimes you gotta be hard on yourself, be hard on others, because there's potential in people that I see and I need to push them, or I need to push myself to the maximum. So hopefully you guys take some valuable information away from today. By the way, I have 2 really cool passion projects coming up. One about my cousin who survived stage 4 cancer. That one is really, really emotional and really exciting, and I'm really excited to share that one with you guys. And the second one, I have 3 girls who are best friends and they're nasty at skateboarding, and I'm telling their story about friendship and determination and keep getting up after falling and everything about skateboarding and friendship. So that's another passion project I have coming up, so stick around for that one as well. Thank you guys so much, as always. Until next time, peace.